will you make an introduction of yourself first and your position there in IOM?
No worries. I'm Kaye Viray. I am the Media and Communication Officer for IOM in Ethiopia.
Okay, well, it's almost a month since the unrest in Sudan continues. And what was your organizational engagement there at the border, Metama?
Thank you, Andinet. So for IOM, we have a Migration Response Center in Metema. The Migration Response Center, or we call it MRC, has been existing in Metema for the last 5 years. So even when the Sudan conflict erupted, we were already there. And basically what it does is that it provides basic humanitarian assistance to those who are crossing from the Sudan border to the Ethiopian border. These basic services includes accommodation, shelter, access to water, sanitation, and hygiene facilities.
Okay, could you specifically put the support that your organization have already made in terms of health service and transportation service?
Yes, so IOM has been providing multi-sectoral assistance to those people who are arriving from the Sudan side of the border. We are giving transportation within Ethiopia. We're also providing assisted voluntary return to those who are from other nationalities. We're also providing onward transportation assistance to Ethiopian returnees that are registered in the MRC, as I mentioned earlier. Part of IOM support is also medical screening, emergency health assistance, and the likes.
Okay. As our personal observation shows right at Metama, the Metama communication office expressed that they are just working with you collaboratively. And how do you define your collaborative work in addressing the needs of arrivals there in Metama? Was it so comfortable doing with those parties?
I mean, like in any conflict situation, you really just have to make do with whatever is available. And we're really happy that we are able to provide the support with all the partners on the ground, with the regional authorities, with other UN organizations, with RRS. We're really happy with the coordination. At the moment, there's a lot of restrictions in terms of what we can provide because we don't have all the resources to support everybody that's arriving. That's why we are doing everything we can to really advocate for more funds in order for IOM and all of the partners really to provide support to those who are arriving from Sudan.
So may you have a message that you will try to convey in order to address the needs of those arrivals right at Metama if it's unable to address because of large number of arrivals there in Metama. May you have a message to convey for other stakeholders?
I mean, I would say that, this arrivals is not looking that it's going to stop anytime soon. We are hearing about humanitarian corridors opening, and that may mean that more people will be arriving as well to this side of the border. And we all have to do our part in making sure that we provide support to those who are arriving, Ethiopians, those third country nationals, refugees, and asylum seekers. Let's not forget Ethiopia because crucial funding is needed for us to really support every single one of them.
Okay, thank you very much. And now I want you to give me a numerical data regarding the number of arrivals in this days. You might have an average arrivals in each day. So can you give me a specific information regarding this?
Yeah. As of 11 May, which was 4 days ago, and I'm guessing the numbers are more now, we have received more than 18,000 arrivals only from the Metema point of entry. That is from 65 different nationalities. And majority of them are Ethiopians. The second nationalities, Sudanese. And then we have Eritreans, Turkish, and Somalians. These are the people arriving. But we also have another flow monitoring point which is in Benishangul Gumuz, in Kurmuk, and we have already recorded some 600 arrivals, but we are hearing that more people are arriving as well in Metekel, also in Benishangul Gumuz, and as part of IOM's scale up, we are hoping to have our people, our flow monitoring and spaceman tracking matrix colleagues to be on that point to really monitor the arrivals that are coming from that side. But for now, what I can share with you is that we have more than 18,000 just alone from Metemma.
Okay. And our personal observation right at Metemma border town confirms that arrivals, for instance, Syrian, are in difficulty, for there is no Syrian embassy in Ethiopia. So, similar case in your organizational response.
I'm sorry? Similar case in our organizational response.
Yeah, those who don't have embassy in Ethiopia, for instance, Syrian citizens arrived there in Metemma. So, what was the response, your immediate response right there?
So, for people who are arriving without, for example, refugees and those who want to seek asylum, they are referred to our partners, the UNHCR and RRS. What IOM does on that side of things is that we provide transportation from the border where they arrive up to the new transit site that UNHCR and RRS are managing. So it's really challenging when you arrive in a country and you don't have an embassy to support you. But for example, I am a Filipino citizen, and if there will be a Filipino coming from Sudan, they will be given support from another embassy that has an agreement with my country. But unfortunately, that's not always the case. So we really risk these people being exposed to more human rights abuses when they don't have documentations, when they don't have support. So basically, we just do what we can to support them with basic needs. And most of these basic needs, when they arrive, are accommodation, food, shelter, water, and hygiene facilities.
Now, I want you to give emphasis on the collaborative work that you have had with Metemma town administration. The town administration has already organized a medical team, plus to that, a transportation service with security in order to get arrivals to their destination with safety. Could you possibly say something regarding this, as they have been expressing their appreciation towards your organization? Could you say some regarding this?
No, IOM is very happy with the collaboration on the ground. We really appreciate everybody's response and timely response on this. This is something that is happening and changing on a daily. People are arriving every day, and there's no sign of it slowing down. So we're really, really appreciative of the collaborative work that IOM, partners on the ground, and Metemma have done in the last few days. It's been a month, like you mentioned, and a lot has already been done. And we hope that this continues as the conflict unfolds.
Good. And your final remark, and what has to be done continuously and meaningfully to help the arrivals, your final remark, and we will end our meeting.
I think what I would say last is that, I would like to emphasize that there is a big funding gap for the response that's happening at the moment. Everybody's doing what they can, everybody's providing what they can, but more has to be done. There is a big need for shelter, for water, for food assistance, for transportation assistance in general. So I really appeal to the international community to not forget Ethiopia with everything that's happening in Sudan.
I'm really glad to have you, and thank you very much for all.